Hi, I'm John Rampton with Search Engine Journal, here with Scott Stouffer from SEO Engine. How's it going?
John? Good.
Good. Thanks for being here.
Sure.
Obviously, what do you do at SEO Engine?
So it's pretty exciting stuff. I mean, we're basically I'm the CTO co-founder at SEO Engine.
So you're the back end. You're the programmer. You're kind of the
tech guy, yeah.
the techie nerd. Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking from a techie nerd,
Yes.
I want to get a little bit more on the background. So many people I find in the SEO world are paying attention to the past and not the future. What's going on with SEO? I mean, what should I be paying attention to on my site in the SEO world?
That's a good question. So one of the major issues in SEO today is that we're stuck looking at scraped data from Google. All the tools out there are essentially scraping Google's search results and distilling it in some form or fashion, often through many different sources, right, that aren't correlated and don't interconnect. And so what's happening in our industry is that people are trying to make decisions off of bad data. So we're trying to find different ways to get around that noisy layer of data, which is essentially the query stack of Google. All the personalization that they're doing to create more PPC markets for themselves and make
more advertising
dollars. Yet win-win. And so it's good for Google, but from brand's perspective, it's really hard because that data is really noisy. It's really hard to reverse engineer. So we're doing a lot of R&D on how to get around that, essentially, and so that's sort of what our focus has been on for the last few years.
Yeah. So how would I reverse engineer Google algorithm?
Sure. Well, you have to do it from the bottom up, right? And that's the long game, right? So it took us probably about 5 years to get to the point where we had a Google emulator that was similar to what Google was doing on the scoring layer, which is that layer right below that personalization layer.
Kind of like a page rank or a domain authority,
all the algorithms
ranking
that
everything.
kind of create the hierarchy of the internet inside of Google's index.
Now, you guys on your site, you rank sites and you tell them, like number 2, how far it is away from 1, correct?
Yeah, so on our search engine, we're basically creating a new type of ad-free search.
Yeah.
Which is pretty exciting, but from what it means to brands is that they can go to our search engine and type in a keyword and instantly see the difference between ranking number 1 and number 2. Let's say 2 and 3 are really close to each other, but there's a big leap to number 1. Well, that's really important information, right?
Yeah.
You want to know, that you can get to number 2, and it's going to take a lot of money to get to number 1. So let's just move on to another keyword or another channel.
Now, how close to Google's algorithm would you say you guys are?
We're very close, and we don't try to track exact algorithms. What we do is we actually create families of algorithms. So you'll see in like on our search results, you can click into the query score and see all the family of algorithms that were actually applied to it that sort of curve fit or model what Google would do, essentially. And so that's essentially what we're doing today. We're basically a predictive platform for search rankings.
Nice. I love it. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Welcome.
Again, John Rampton with Search Engine Journal. Thanks, guys.